It all started with the footsteps. The new tenant, the one who moved in upstairs. I'd lived in this building for 3 solid years, and the silence, that was always the best part. But now, there were footsteps. They seemed normal at first, just a muffled rhythm above my head. But then I started to notice a pattern. Every time I walked from my sofa to the kitchen, the footsteps upstairs would follow the exact same path. A coincidence, I told myself. It's an old building. The layouts are probably identical. It had to be a coincidence. But it wasn't just the walking. I'd sit down, and a moment later, I'd hear the faint groan of a chair from above. I'd open my refrigerator, and its hum would be echoed by a soft click and a gentle thud from their unit. Every single sound I made, they made. A perfect copy, just delayed by a few seconds. It was like living with my own personal echo. It was maddening, so I started testing it. I'd sit at my desk and tap out a little pattern on the wood. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause. 5. I'd wait in the silence. And then, from the ceiling, tap, 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 tap. Pause. Tap. My blood ran absolutely cold. I tried to reason with myself. Maybe they can just hear me really well. Maybe they're just odd, annoying. So I decided to be quiet. I'd sit in the dark, in total silence, for hours on end. But the silence, that was the worst part. Because I knew deep down that upstairs they were sitting in the silence too. Just waiting for me, on night. I just couldn't take it anymore. I had to know what was going on. I stood right in the middle of my living room. My heart was pounding so hard, I could feel it in my throat. I didn't make a single sound. I just stood there, and I listened. The whole building was quiet. No cars outside, no hum from the lights. Complete stillness. Then I heard it. A soft, slow creak from directly above me. They were standing, too, in the exact same spot. But I hadn't moved. I hadn't made a sound. How could they know? So I did something I hadn't done before. I whispered into the empty air. I just said, "Who's there?" The silence that followed was so heavy, so unbearable. I held my breath, just listening, waiting for the echo that I knew was coming. But it didn't. For a whole minute, there was nothing, and a wave of relief just washed over me. Maybe it was over. Maybe it was all in my head. I let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding. And then I heard a whisper. It wasn't from upstairs. It was from right behind me, and it said, "Who's there?"